Hungry Fish Media presents the new podcast On Mission. You know, we are all hungry and eager to help and do what we can during these uncertain times. But there are a few people going above and beyond doing exactly that in these extraordinary set of circumstances. Karen and I thought it would be the perfect time to launch a podcast featuring these amazing individuals and their stories. So friends, welcome to On Mission.
Good morning, On Mission. Hey, thanks for tuning in. You guys, I'm so excited to introduce you to our next guest, Doree Fazio-Young. She was my friend's mom growing up, and not only that, she was my lunch lady. Oh my gosh, you guys, she's so amazing. She does so many great things for the West Seattle community, and I can't wait for you guys to hear her story. Hi!
Hi, sweetie.
It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you in real life. To me, you're still a little girl, and you need to still be at school with me, not all grown up.
I know. I was telling Jay, I've known you well over 20 years.
Easy. Kara Fletcher was a household name at my house.
I believe that. I believe it.
It's nice to finally meet you, Jay.
I guess the last time we saw each other, we were at, Reader was just born. I was in West Seattle. My dad was still living in West Seattle.
I can't believe how big they are. Oh my gosh, and praise God for Hunter Rose. I'm so thankful. Wow, amen.
I know Kara introduced you, but will you tell us, what it is that you do?
I am Lunch Lady Doree, and I cook at Denny International Middle School. And I'm acting manager. I'll wait till all this is over, and then I will go for the manager position, which I will get it. But for right now, that's what I'm doing. So, and then I manage this program with a crew. I have a crew of 3, and then Chief Self, Michelle and she has a crew of 4. And so there's 7 of us doing all of these things to get the food out every day.
Wow.
Do you still make those smoky rolls?
No, honey, not anymore.
20 years ago. Still got the same menu.
Everybody asks that. Everybody says, I still make turkey gravy at home. I make turkey tetrazzini at home.
Well, he's from Texas, and they have a thing called a kolache, and that is almost very similar, and I've been trying to perfect that.
You got it perfected. You got it mastered.
I learned an amazing life lesson from you, like from a very young age, because I remember the first time I met you, you knew my lunch order. Like, it wasn't even like I was Joe's friend or something. You would say, oh, you always gets a pizza and a Bahama Mama. Do you remember what those hush puppies? And then, but let me tell you, because I bartend now, and I learned that lesson. Like, all my regulars, their drink is on the counter before, and I learned that from them. And it's very, you feel like you are a person to them. So I learned that life lesson from them.
They're your kids.
Okay, tell me this: was her lunch order very specific back then?
It was pretty much what she just said. She always had the Bahama Mama, that was the little slushy. And then sometimes she'd have fries.
Yeah, sometimes.
It depended on her mood. I try to always get her to eat healthy. Yeah, there was times she wasn't going there. She just wanted to eat what she wanted to eat. So
just checking, because her order now is very detailed and specific. So okay, so you were friends with her son. It was like one big family with all the kids.
Yes.
You also worked in the cafeteria at the high school.
No, at middle.
No. Well, no, right now Chief Self and Denny are together. So we're basically in the same. So when my kids come to me in 6th grade, and then they go from 6th to 8th with me, and then I get to walk down we have this little hallway, but it's not a hallway because it's where the ovens are. So I walk past the ovens, and then I go see him for the next 4 years at Chief Self. So I get to see him. I get to see him from 6th grade all the way to graduation.
And I know you like that.
I do like it. That's why I knew when this whole thing started, we're all in the kitchen, and it was the day before my 60th birthday. And I was so looking forward to spending my 60th birthday with my kids, my school kids, my staff at work, all of my teachers. It was going to be a blast. And little did I know, my girls in the kitchen were planning this huge party. Well, all of a sudden we get this email and everybody just starts walking up with their phones going, Doree, we're done. We're closed. They're closing us as of today. And I'm standing there with the kids. It was third lunch, so it was my 8th graders. We're all standing there, and they come. This one kid, and I'll never forget, he walks up to me and he goes, Miss Doree, what are we going to do about food? How am I going to eat? Because you know what? Some of those kids, that's the only meal they get. I have a 16% homeless population at Denny International Middle School. I have an 87% free and reduced. How do you look a kid in the face and know the meals he's going to get if they close school, he's not going to get them because there's no school? Wow. So I knew. I said, sweetie, I said, no. I go, don't worry about this. I go, it's gonna be taken care of. So the next day, on my 60th birthday, in an empty school, I'm getting everything ready, and we're going to start feeding anywhere from 500 to 700 kids a day. Make sure they've got 3 meals a day. We make sure they have a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. And that's what we do, and that's what I will do until we reopen school again, which may not be till October or November, just depending. Because how can you let kids come back to school and run the risk of one of those children getting sick and dying? I can't go there.
It's like if we open up in September, if there is one case, you just have to shut down again.
Exactly. And I'm appreciative to our governor because he is being strict and people are whining about that. But I'm really sorry. You have to do this. This is people's lives.
I know.
God knows he's handling it. God knows everything. He knows what we're going through. He knew we were going to go through this. We just have to come through, listen to him, and then we will shine and it'll be just fine. I know that.
It's a hard thing to wrap your mind around.
Really. I mean, we just had Hunter's birthday, and I only go out for very essential things. And so, like, I went to one store, and they didn't have the thing they said they had. And they were like, well, you have to go to the next store. And I was like, I'm sorry, no. You can call that store for me, but I'm not going to go there. This is like you're risking people's health for me to go to a store for a non-essential item.
Exactly.
I paid this store because you said you had it.
Yeah, red-headed Leo comes out.
They didn't have a store, and I didn't go to the other store.
Our neighbor had this huge party yesterday. She was 50 years old, and she had the best parade, and it was the greatest for all. We all went out, danced on the street, waved at her, said happy birthday. It was wonderful. So you're learning new ways. It's so hard now when my kids come in to get their food every day. It's so hard not to touch them or hug them. We blow each other kisses. They hug themselves like they're hugging me. And these are middle school kids. They're big kids. Some of them are kind of gangsterish, and I always say, if I don't get told to go fly a kite before 7 o'clock in the morning, and those aren't the words, but if I don't get told that before 7:30 in the morning, I'm not living. But that's the kind of kids I deal with. They live in the real. Not the pretty, charming, wonderful, here's your mom standing at the door at her robe waving goodbye to you. Yeah, that's not happening.
I mean, when you said they have to worry about food for
they have to worry about
middle schooler has to worry about food, that should be the last thing that they're be worried about.
Exactly. But bless their hearts. They show up, they get their homework, they get their food. They tell us about what they're doing, and it's the same, but it's not the same. And you sit there in that empty building. Today was a rough day. I kind of had a rough day, and I ended up in my office crying because I was sometimes it's really hard to be essential because you have to be strong for all those kids when all you want to do is just wave a magic wand and make it wonderful for them. And you can't. You don't have that power. But today was kind of, for me emotionally, it was rough, and plus we're closing the kitchen. We close it every year. We wipe everything down, clean all the stainless steel, everything's sparkling, no decorations. And you've seen my stuff on Facebook. My kitchens are out of control.
Party house.
But that's the hard part. It's, you're empty kind of. It's not, you don't got the sound of the kids. It's hard.
Well, I'm sorry you're having to go through that, but God bless you.
Well,
I mean, you had a record feeding kids the other day, 710 kids.
we did. And that was a high point. We've been like, today was 520, and then we stay in the fives, and the highest was the 7.
Is that in one location, or is that spread out?
That's in one location.
So you're feeding 700 kids in one?
Yes.
So a lot of people don't know that lunches are being provided. And not only that you don't have to necessarily, your kid doesn't necessarily have to attend the school where the lunches are.
That's right.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Anybody can come. Usually the parents have been coming because they don't want their kids out. And I totally go for that 100%. And so the parents will come, and we set up a long table there. We have 3 long tables. We start with breakfast, then we go to the lunch portion, and then we go to the dinner portion, and there's fruits and vegetables of all kinds, fresh. And then there's milk, chocolate, and regular. And so they can come. We provide bags for them. So then they're sanitary bags so that, they don't have to bring theirs. And they walk along the line, and they pick up whatever they need for their family. Oh. If they have 5 in their family, then they get 5 of every item. Some people have 10 in their families. And then our administrators come, and we make up packages every day for families. Like, let's say there's a family of 5. We make up a 5-pack or a 2-pack or a 10-pack or whatever. And my administration goes and delivers them to the kids that can't get to the school. So that's how it works.
Wow, that's amazing.
Now today we started bus routes where they can go to the bus route. Some of the kids from the Seattle School District, or any kid, those are online at seattleschooldistrict.org, and it'll tell you where the buses go. And you can go meet the bus in your neighborhood and pick up the food there.
Wow, that's pretty special.
It's really. I mean,
we're the largest district, so we better do things right. We better be doing this right. So, yeah.
And I mean, and the people you gave up your spring break to feed these kids. You gave up.
I gave up my spring break, and I'm going to give up my summer vacation.
And I know you like it.
We're gonna, you have to do what you have to do. And yeah, I'd like to be on vacation, but you know what? This is more important right now. I'll get other summer vacations, and how lucky am I to only have to work 9 months out of the year anyway, to be like the eternal school kid, I mean, who wouldn't want to work 9 months out of the year and get 2 months off? Really? It's great. Plus Christmas, plus, all that. But right now, there's more stuff going on than my summer vacation, really.
I know, but that's still a beautiful sacrifice. Like that, I mean, people.
That's a great way to look at it.
I mean, it is. But a lot of people don't.
So. But have a kid look at you and say, Miss Doree, how am I going to get food? You're going to do it.
Yeah, you're not going to
do it.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, you're really, you're on mission, and you're so involved in the West Seattle community. What else do you do? What else?
What else? Entertain.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
You hear your cat has a YouTube channel.
Yes, Cricket and Mo. In fact, we did another Cricket and Mo yet. We're going to get ready for our 3rd episode of Cricket and Mo on Instagram. And it's fun. We're having a good time with the dodo. And they're a wonderful thing for kids to watch. And even my kids at school. I have these crazy old gangster kids come up to me. Yo, Miss Doree, you see what your cat's doing today? Really?
How can people find your Instagram? What is it?
On Instagram, it's just called Cricket and Mo.
Cricket and Mo.
Yep. And it's on Facebook too. Facebook. I'm trying to get it to go to Twitter, but we'll get to that later. But right now we're on Facebook as Cricket and Mo. You can't miss them. And just like them or follow them. But it's kind of, that part's been the fun part. It's been taking our minds off of everything. And Cricket lives next door from us, and my crazy cat, Mo Kitty, one of my lunch kids gave him to me. Miss Doree, you need this little kitten. How can you say no to a kitten, really?
Hey, that could be a spinoff. There you go. You got
a spinoff, yeah.
Are you worried? Are you worried? when you go to work?
No, they keep it very safe for us. They spray the area where the public comes in at, and we wear gloves. We have, plenty of wash stations, and we're not only 6 feet back, we're like 10 to 12 feet back, because we can set everything up on the tables and then step way back. And everybody, they know what to do. They know how to do it. It's all good. Yeah.
And so are you guys taking food donations, or how does that work? Where are you getting your food from?
No, we have, because it's OSPI rules, they're the ones that govern our rules and our safety of food and stuff. It's all prepared down at the central kitchen on 3rd Avenue. And we take care of the vegetables and the fruits and things like that. But all of the sandwiches and everything else comes to us from them. So that way it's all monitored, so everything's safe. Nobody will get sick, anything like that. So, no, the only thing we needed donating is like boxes and bags, but we're getting plenty of those too. So yeah.
Earlier you said, you were in your office crying. You were upset a little bit. Are you a praying woman?
All the time, all the time.
I figured you were. What's your hope and prayer for the kids?
Well, that they come out of this realizing that there's more to life than having money, being rich. People that, because I never thought I was essential, ever in a million years. A lunch lady, really essential. Grocery store workers, I kind of figured they were. But those people, those kind of people, sometimes, like in my case, the ones without college educations, the ones that just go out there and go to work every day, try to make people happy, I hope they'll realize that it's okay to do what you do. If you go to college, wonderful. If you choose not to go to college, then you're going to just do the best job that you do at anything you choose to do. And the main thing in life is be there for people, love them. And yeah, there's going to be people that are mean to you, but love them and be there for them, even though they don't want you to, because I guarantee you it'll come back to you. And not everybody's like everybody else, but just love them anyway. It doesn't matter. This whole thing, you see the true in people. And that's kind of what I'm liking. Is you see, and nobody's afraid to say, look, I need something. These people come, they need food. They're not afraid to say, I need this. I'm going to give it to them. Anybody would, the good people. But I just hope they come out of it with that they learn that it's not the money, it's not the big giant house, fancy cars. It's the kind of person you are way down. When you look in the mirror and you go, hello there,
That's a great message.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you guys so much. Keep doing what you're doing, really.
Well, you're a huge blessing, and we can't thank you enough for what you're doing.
It's so good to see you.
I just wish I could hug you, Karen.
I know.
So dang cute. My little girl all grown up.
Oh, I know.
Well, our thoughts and prayers are with you and all your kids there, and really all the kids. Such a tough time.
Kids were.
Yeah. And when all this is over, Kara, will you bring him to school and he can see the real action?
Yes.
Bring him to Denny, and you guys can come through and hang out just for a lunch to watch. Yeah, Chief Self. You can go over to your Chief Self because it's right there.
Yes, I will definitely. You want to come to the West Side?
Yes.
Yes.
Right now, I know. Check out your YouTube channel.
What was it? And go check it out.
Cricket and Mo.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. That's where the videos are. But go to Instagram and like it on Facebook, please.
You have to go to my Instagram.
Please, yes. Okay, love you guys.
Love you. Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Okay. Oh, so good to see you. Bye.
Wow, what a great interview. Okay, that hands down has to be one of my favorites. She has my vote for best lunch lady. I don't know about you, but I would have loved to have her as my lunch lady.
I was blessed to have her as my lunch lady.
Wow, we hope you guys enjoyed this interview. So many kids are in need of lunches, and it's people like her that are making it happen. So
No kid should have to say they're hungry. So thank you, Doree, for all that you're doing for the West Seattle community and Seattle community.
thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.